We on, we live, right?
All right, let's talk
Yep.
about it.
Oh man, another game. It's sad that every game so far we played this year, we really legitly had a chance to win. Maybe with on the outskirts with the Rams game, but other than that, every game was a very winnable game, and you can even say should be won. That I think that's the most disheartening part for Eagle fans. What was the end of the score of this game? 30, 38, 29? Was that the end of the score?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I mean, I
Yeah,
got
it was a 9-point game.
I got a list. I got a list here. It was so many things. It's kind of irritating because this game actually was a lot that was done right, but it was enough that was done wrong that cost us the game again. I mean, this is getting frustrating, man. I'm seeing Wentz have his best game of the year. I was excited. I mean, he did had a pick, which was one of the bad things. Obviously, we couldn't run the ball. That was another thing that kind of hampered the offense a little bit. But even not being able to run the ball, Wentz played exceptional today. I had to give him a lot of credit. The defense, I remember we talked about this. If you haven't been listening to the show, our Eagles breakdown way before the season. One of the things I mentioned was the linebackers.
No, listen, it wasn't even our linebackers. This is one in particular. All day to day.
One in particular, it was Gerry. I think we was on the fence with Edwards and the other dude because we ain't never seen him with tips. He actually called the fumble today, which was I gotta give him kudos. They got hurt. I don't know
who Gerry.
No, I'm talking about Tip.
Not Gerry. He talking about the bull
Duke
Riley. Golden Tip. Duke Riley called the fumble, but Gerry was getting smoked in every way possible. I mean,
you know what irks me about Gerry, real quick. You know what irks me? Go ahead,
I know y'all want to blame Gerry.
We going to blame him.
Oh, I'm definitely going to blame Gerry.
Right. Does Gerry hold responsibility? Yes, but Jim Swartz for even putting him in that position and try to cover that. Why are you calling a cover?
I agree with that.
I'm not just going on that one play though. When I'm talking about Gerry,
terrible call, man.
It was
all game.
It was.
We've been getting out. Jim Swartz been getting out play call all game.
It was, but I'm not going to get. But see, this is why. Only thing I'll say with that, with even with Jim Swartz, and I agree. I think we all think Jim Swartz. We could upgrade.
He stinks.
But even on that one play with the dude number 22, he missed that tackle and the ball ran in and got the touchdown. That's a play you got to make. With Gerry, and I think Ethan, you actually want to make the point. The ball always late. Even on the one that they called the interception that came back, he was late. If he was in the area, he could have picked it off. He got it after it bounced. He comes in whenever he gets a tackle. Like I say, I swear he reminds me of Semino. Whenever he gets a tackle, it's like after somebody disrupts something, and then it's like he coming and jump on it. Like, I got him. That joint irks my soul.
I think every tackle he got is a half a tackle. I don't think he ever got a full tackle by himself. It's always like a group. He come in, like you said, off somebody else doing something.
Yep.
It's so irritating.
And you know what's so irksome about that too? Because when we look at these dudes, right, like the other guys that they brought in after him, like when people started getting hurt and they brought other guys in, the other dudes are still balling solid. So you mean to tell me that Gerry was your best option coming into the season? We all knew Gerry was trash.
I agree.
So why was so when we had other guys that was healthy, why was Gerry the boy that was playing?
Because our talent evaluation is terrible.
No, but to Wayne's point though, Ethan, the dude we had 49 was on the bench when Gerry was starting.
Exactly.
And this dude is clearly better than Gerry. So why is he in the game? All right, talent evaluation is one thing, and I agree with you. Gerry shouldn't even be on a roster for real. But if he in the starting lineup and you got somebody on the bench who's better than him, and we seeing him play better than him, why is this happening? That's where Ethan, your point about Swartz is correct. Or who's assisting Swartz with the linebacker rotation? Who's the linebacker coach? Like, who's promoting this dude and saying this is the best option for
who's signing this dude to the roster?
Yes, like this is crazy, man. I mean, we could go on and on about Gerry.
I know why they real quick. I know why they got Gerry in there, because I remember it was one play, and it was a screen or something. And Gerry was like screen. He like called the play out, and the guy was like, yeah, you can hear it, Gerry. Like call out, yeah, because he's one of them type dudes that can coach. But you can't play. Like but he's not good enough to react.
Was that him who called that out, or did the announcer? Because the announcer said,
I don't know. The announcer was kind of goofy all day.
He said, I think it was Gerry. So I ain't even sure if that was actually Gerry or not.
That's true.
I mean, but you might have a point. He might be one of them dudes who can see some things and just don't have the athletic ability and the skill set to be there on time.
I'm gonna tell you why. Travis Fulgham is a perfect example why talent evaluation is trash because this dude was waived by the Eagles, then signed to the practice squad. Like you
Right.
can't see he's better than JJ Arcega-Whiteside. Like, come on.
See, but some of this stuff.
Same thing with Ward.
Now I will say it is only one game, but in this one game, he looks
Last
way
week he caught a
better.
touchdown.
He looks way better than anything I've ever seen come from JJ Ortega.
Yeah, but he caught the bomb. Yeah, he caught the bomb last week. He the one who helped
that's
win
true.
the game last week.
True.
But I mean, Ethan, and you're right. But see, this is where politics, I think, comes into the game. Because remember, if you feel you drafted a dude, that's why we took 4 years before we moved on from Aguilar. Once you draft a dude first, second round, you're gonna try to give him every chance. So because you don't want to look bad. The dude who drafted him don't want to look bad. So you're gonna try to give this dude every chance when you already know that the bull behind him is really better than him. And that's the problem.
But this is my point. This is my point about Carson, about having a wide receiver that can get open and make plays. How good did Carson look today? Because he had a wide receiver that can get open and make plays.
Wayne, don't hate.
How about I go to,
go ahead, Wayne.
Don't do it.
How about I go the other way with it? How about Carson was so sharp that he made this dude look better? How about that? And that's my point that I'm making. I'm not saying. Listen,
he didn't make Hightower look better for that touchdown, did he?
I'm not saying. And Hightower had a couple catches.
That touchdown could have changed the game.
It could have. I agree. But just the point that I was making before. Remember, I was saying my biggest problem with Carson was it was plays to be made that he didn't make. And I'm thinking of Carson as an elite level quarterback, and that's still my quarterback, Carson. I'm thinking of him as an elite level quarterback. Elite level quarterback, you take talent and make something out of that. And that's what I think he did with now the dude might really be a stud, but right now you wasn't expecting that from him. But Carson threw the ball up to him. He let him go get it, and he did all that.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. The one to Hightower, I agree. Like this is the game that, to me, if you're going to try to fix your face and say Carson causes this game, I don't have no conversation for you. Real rap, because the plays that he made, even the one, like you said, the Hightower in the back of the end zone, he was, if I'm not mistaken, he kind of rolled out a little bit. He's under a little bit of duress.
He had to run away from and it had to
go ahead.
He had to run away. I just tell you, he had to run away from pressure. But go ahead.
Yeah, and he threw it on a button. It was on a button, and it either the funny part about it is I don't know if maybe I was looking at it. I don't know if it went through his hands or it looked like it might even went on the side of his arm real quick.
That joint looked like a video game glitch. Like I was like, what happened?
He missed time in football.
It did. I was like, huh? So I mean, like I said, to me, Carson did everything he could to win the defense. If I'm blaming anybody outright,
wait, Ephraim, real quick.
Go ahead.
This is gonna set the tone for the show.
All right.
Tim, what did you think?
Nobody cares.
No, I need him to answer. Tim, what did you think?
I'm getting y'all that burn because I wanted to put some structure to the show. I wanted y'all to get y'all feelings out, but I guess I'll speak on it now. Carson Wentz played an up and down game. He plays. No, let me see what I'm saying.
Ain't nobody saying nothing. Go ahead.
He played well, and he also played, and he had some bad moments within the game. You can't. He started the game, I think, 1 for 7 in the very beginning. He threw 2 interceptions. Wait. Tim,
I know you ain't talked that. You're not going to put that second interception. Don't do that. Don't do that. That second interception. Don't do that.
The first one, and then if you notice, all right, let's break the game.
I'm not putting the first one on Carson either.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. When you watch the tape back,
first of all, hold on. Does Zach Ertz want to play anymore? Does Zach Ertz want to play?
It doesn't. He won his money. We all know he won his money. It's all right. Until he get his money, he's not going to give out his all. He's just not going to do it.
Go ahead. Speak your foolishness, and then I'm gonna rebuttal all.
But what I want to do now is I want to go first with the go through offense and defense. Let's talk right now about the offensive side of the ball.
That couldn't run the ball.
How do y'all think the offensive line? Because I thought they held up pretty well.
They played terrible.
No, they didn't.
No, they played.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
Miles Sanders had 1 carry for 74 yards, right?
Yeah.
You know what he had the rest of the game? 11 carries, 80 yards. They couldn't open up one hole for him.
That's just
11 carries. 11 carries. How many yards? 11
80.
carries. How many?
That's the number one defense. So
80.
Wait. So you said he had 9 yards on the other 11. He had 1 for 73 and 9 on the other 11.
Yes.
Okay.
That's bad. I agree with you.
No, it is bad. But how many carries did he have total?
You don't listen, do you?
First of all, you gave a clear announcement. You said he had 11 carry. You said he had 1 carry of 70-something yards. Then he had the rest 11 for 80.
I said
so
his total.
You said he ran 150 yards. So you want to be technical?
His total was 11
We got a caller
carries.
waiting before we do though. Tell me,
Hold on.
Ethan and Wayne, what y'all think the offensive side of the ball? What you give them? Agree.
I think that, listen, the running, I agree with what y'all saying about the running thing is, but sometimes with that, then you still got to keep trying to go to it because you never know if he's going to break another one or not.
I'll say
11 carries, 80 yards.
Okay.
74 yards on 1 carry.
No, but
and 6 yards for 11 carries.
I got a couple problems. I'm gonna go down a couple problems with a couple of Doug play calling. But actually, him diverting to the pass, to me, I'm not going to completely kill him on that because the pass was working. Like Wentz was sharp for the most part. He was dropping down, so I couldn't be too mad that you kind of going down. He was sharp. He was dropping down, so I can't be good.
He was better.
He was 90%. He was 90% on. He might have had like maybe 10% of his passes that was off a little bit.
Yeah, he was.
I can't put this on Wentz.
I agree. So go ahead, Mark. Well, his audio coming in, but before your audio come in. My thing was, I agree with Ethan. 50% of the run the line was bad because we couldn't run block, but they were pass blocking decent in spurts. They had some miscues here and there, but for the most part, they was giving Wentz a pretty clean pocket for the most part of the game. So I give them 50-50. They were terrible on the run block. Go ahead, Mark. What's up, boy?
All right, what's going on?
What's good, y'all? How y'all doing?
Doing all right. How you doing? What you think?
That hurt, man. I ain't gonna lie. That hurt, man. I expected actually to get blown out, but they played good. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you're a kicker, right? What is your job to do? Your only job to do.
We ain't even talk about that yet.
Kick the ball.
Yo,
how long was that field goal though?
54 or 57?
57.
Damn.
I mean, it ain't a gimme though.
How much did you miss the ball? I didn't see.
I said that's not a gimme, John. Though that 57.
No, I'm not saying, but that's your job though.
True.
That's your job.
That's true.
Personally, I think they should have went for it on 4th down.
I'm about to say that. Do you think he should have went for that 4th and 5?
No.
I think no. Kick the field goal. That's your job. To step up and kick the field goal, right?
I mean, but all right,
57 yards is not a gimme.
It's not. But yo, when he played the Giants that time, how many yards was it?
But it was 61 or 62 or something like that.
So I'm gonna ask y'all a question. That's your job.
I'll answer your question. The percentages say if he hit a 61-yarder, that he ain't going to hit a whole lot of them.
I understand that, but I mean, come on, man.
I hear you. See, Mark, I'm kind of with you. I'm torn with that. And the reason why. I guess as a coach, you got it. That's one of the things.
Hey, Mark, go grab me an ice cream cone real quick.
Oh, yo, I got you. You know, we out there, though. We out there. We got to grab one.
See, to me, that's a collaborative effort between coach, special teams, because you got to know what your kicker looking like. You got to get the kicker through warm-ups. Was he hitting? What was his leg looking like early in the day when he was kicking?
All that. But your job is your job. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not a give me, but that's your job to go out there and do your job. So that would give us, I think that would give us a little momentum.
You know
what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
If you made that.
You know why I made that. Doug to me, Doug ain't even coaching. Doug is too iffy with his coach. He always says, I'm aggressive. That wasn't aggressive.
He called a good game.
So,
57-yarder.
So you
57-yarder was not aggressive.
Y'all think he should have went for it on that?
Yes. Yeah.
I think he made the right call.
I think he made the right call on that one.
I'll say this.
If he made the right call, he would have made the field goal.
If you're going to go for the field goal, my mindset is you do a play that's going to guarantee you at least 2 to 3 yards. So you got to do something, maybe a screen, a quarterback, even a bootleg, a naked bootleg run with Wentz can get you about 3 yards.
But listen. Regardless of all that, your job is your job.
No, I understand. But my thing is you right, but look at the result. The fact of the matter is, you can say the result. You can miss it. I seen it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can.
But wait a minute. Let me get in here real quick. See, you saying his job is his job. Okay, right. So then Carson's job is to throw touchdowns, not interceptions. The line job is to block and not
You're
give
right.
up sacks.
You're right.
The running back's
you're right.
job is to run and not get checked. So everybody misses up on certain stuff on a play, on a job. I could see if this was like a 30-yard field goal, even 40-yard field goal. This was an exceptional field. This was 57.
That's still makeable.
It's makeable, but
everything makeable.
Mark,
Everything makeable.
I'm gonna give you. I got a game for you, Mark. I got a game for you next week. Kansas City or Buffalo. Who you like?
Oh, Kansas City all day.
Kansas City.
Yeah, Mark. Wayne asked who you blame for the loss, Mark.
Huh?
Who you blame for the loss?
The kicker.
I ain't gonna lie. I blame two people. Now I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. Even though sometimes I don't say the refs, but the refs was kind of fugazi in this game, man. Because you know why? No, I say it was fugazi because they called one play as a catchable play when it was a fumble, but then the other one wasn't a football move, but they said it wasn't a fumble.
And the PI that they threw, the PI that they called, the PI that they called on Slay early in the game
was so suspect. Yeah,
that dictated so. This game was frustrating. I'm gonna tell you
another thing that caused us 3 points when Hightower didn't get out of bounds at the end of the half.
Yes.
Instead, he stayed in bounds.
I forgot about that.
Had to burn a timeout.
I'm glad you brought that up.
But no, that pass for reason. Why is Wentz throwing that pass?
No, Tim. He could have ran out of bounds. No, wait.
We're not talking about JJ Arcega-Whiteside.
We're not talking about JJ pass. We're talking about the one before that.
Exactly.
Hightower got 9 yards.
I agree. And the first thing he should have did was ran straight out of bounds, and he came back in.
See, another thing, but you know what? See, he was dumb. He was dumb either way. Because remember, we had to waste a play to pick up the first. If he would have got the first, we wouldn't even have had to run that ball. Remember, we ran to get the first, which killed more time.
So Pittsburgh was giving us that inside stuff. They didn't want us to get the outside.
He had the outside.
No, Tim, he had the outside. All he had to do was front to the line.
Which way y'all? It's two plays.
No, we're not talking about the one with JJ. We're talking about the one when they threw it to Hightower.
I'm talking about JJ. I'm talking about the JJ play.
No, but Ethan is talking about the one.
No, but listen, the JJ play.
But you're talking about the JJ play. But see, the JJ play wouldn't have been a bad play if we still had a timeout. We had to burn the timeout.
We didn't have a timeout. So
but we didn't have a timeout because of the Hightower play.
Make that pass because you know you don't have a timeout. So to put them in that position to catch that ball,
listen,
nothing you can do about it. But let the time
we know you want to get on Wentz. We know you want to blame Wentz. Ethan's not excusing Wentz, but he didn't. I don't know. Right now, he's not excusing Wentz for that pass. What he's talking about is the plays before that. When Hightower wasted a timeout because he should have ran out of bounds, then we would have had that timeout to make that other play.
And now we all agree with that. What I'm saying is,
my thing is though.
But see, you're not holding Hightower accountable. You're holding Wentz more accountable than anybody.
You mean I'm not holding a fifth-year starter accountable?
You're not holding a wide receiver. All you got to do is run out of bounds.
See, my thing is I'm not listening because first of all, in order for me to judge that last play with Wentz correctly, I got to see who else was open. As far as I know, he could have been the only. No. Be quiet. Be quiet. Let me talk. The only way for me to judge that play really accordingly is to see who else was available. Because at a certain point, I'm talking about the Wentz to play JJ Arcega-Whiteside. At a certain point, what was it like? 10 seconds, 12 seconds left. At a certain point, I would rather you just get the ball downfield and see what happens. If ain't nobody open, what you gonna do? Chill the play, and then you may have a Hail Mary at the end. But if you see an open dude who could possibly get a catch and do something with it, then then throw him the ball.
Where were they at?
He was like at the 40s something, I think.
No,
maybe back. I think it might have been further back than that.
No, slide it back now. Tell me where they was at.
I'm not sure.
I don't
think he's a field goal range.
But this my thing is, if you're going to make that pass, you don't make it in the field of play because you know you have no more timeout. So I agree with Tim on that. You got to put that over on the sideline. Where
it's only one choice. You know you don't got no timeout
because you have no timeout.
You have no
all right. Well, what if JJ Arcega not running toward the sideline? He still got to run the play.
Then guess what? Then you don't throw it to him, and you live for another play to throw a Hail Mary.
Exactly. No matter what, to win.
No matter what.
Hold on. Stop trying to put all this blame on Wentz.
I'm talking about this play.
Hightower should have caught that touchdown, and this play wouldn't even came up.
You're right. But that still doesn't take away from the play we're talking about. I agree with you on Hightower. Hightower left too many plays on the field.
Nathan Gerry shouldn't be playing.
I agree. But we're not talking about. We're talking about that particular play.
I gotta see where we at again because you might be right. I mean, it might be some little truth to that. My thing is, the way I was kind of looking at that play, I guess I was kind of frustrated with the high tower drop on that drive, with the high tower not getting out of bounds. So at that point, I'm like, yo, man, throw the ball and let Onion
Dak throws the pick.
Yes.
I need the Giants to get this one.
He threw a pick six.
Yes.
My bad.
Yes. But anyway,
let's focus.
We'll get it back.
Look at Tim. Get excited about that, Tim.
But Tim, all right, think about offense. I'm gonna keep it the offense that we asked about, Tim. Doug play calling to me in spurts was real suspect. Like he was doing stuff, and I remember Wayne said on the John, what he does this a lot. Why are you throwing screen passes to Ertz? Like real rap. Let's keep this a
beat. It was like a third down play too. Like
let's keep this a beat. Like why are you throwing screen passes to Ertz? Everybody knows he's No Yak Zach. This is a nickname that Ertz knows his nickname. And come on, what we doing with this?
You definitely got to admit that the man played. Doug, I believe he called a good game.
It was okay.
He called a good game.
No, but I'm gonna bring out a couple Jones he called that I ain't like.
By the way, just for the record, Miles Sanders, after that 74-yard run, he had 10 carries for 6 yards.
But he got the 74-yard run, which led to a touchdown.
He had 10 carries for 6 yards.
Did you forget?
Ethan, I agree with what you're saying, but you do know
averaging 54 yards, giving up 54 yards a game. That's all.
But all I'm saying is you do know that it's a lot of times where stud running backs that happens, like where they might get held up all game long and then just bust out a couple big plays. So my only thing is it was a couple chances that he had. I just think they should have tried to run it more.
He had 1 touchdown, 7 points, right?
Yeah. No. Miles had 2 touchdowns, didn't he?
And one was for like 1 yard. All right.
Okay, but he had 2 touchdowns. Don't sit there and say he had 1 touchdown. He had 2.
My point is, if you're not getting no yards on your first and second down with your running back, you're getting 0 yards. That means you're in 2nd and 10. How many 3rd and 10s did Wentz have to complete that game?
What down was it when he threw the interception? What down was it when he threw the interception?
I don't know what
it
down
wasn't
was.
third. It wasn't third.
Yo, email, what's up?
Yo, I want to bring up the part that we was talking about last week, Tim. They proved it a real deal. The defensive line, the defensive line proved that they know how to get pressure, and they lead in the league in sacks. This wasn't a fluke. We gave them the game ball last week.
Yep.
If they did win the game this week, I think they deserve the game ball. Jim Swartz keeps showing he's a horrible defensive coordinator.
Absolutely.
They got 1 sack today.
But they had pressure on Carson the whole game.
Carson?
Carson on Roethlisberger the whole game.
Not when it counted. Not when we needed it.
No, they was hit. They got a lot of hits on.
Yeah, I don't know what you were saying.
So where was they at when Gary was chasing that linebacker? Chasing that safety. Where was they at?
With the defensive line?
Yeah.
The defensive line put pressure on Roethlisberger the whole game. They had the sack. You're not going to get. They lead in the league in sacks. You're not going to lead the league in sacks off of 1 game. That means they've been constant the entire season. Yep. That's why I see it. Jim Swartz. All the Steelers did was run basically what the Bengals did, the crossing routes, because Jim Swartz he likes to run man-to-man defense, and all they did was do a hybrid scheme of what the Bengals did, and it killed the Eagles. We couldn't barely get the Steelers off the field on 3rd down.
Yep.
We looked like our defense looked like trash. He wouldn't switch anything up because he's a stubborn airhead, and he keeps a linebacker on the hottest man in the game, and he just kept getting exposed on 3rd down. We can never get the Steelers off the field on 3rd down.
Yeah.
And
penalties ain't help. That they did have some dumb penalties.
1 sack on 3rd down.
The offensive line look good. I'm not going to hate on Wentz, but
yeah, Wentz played above average game today. I'll give him that much.
I'm not going to hate on him, but I do agree with Tim. And even on that last play, I think he should have did a little more to make sure we got that 1st down. I think that. I don't know, but I can't hate on him too much. He played a pretty good game.
Who do you next week?
29 points. He put up 29 points.
Yeah, and
against a vaunted Steelers defense.
Saunders put up 14 of them points.
Before Tim cuts me off, y'all Wentz dudes won it both ways each week.
Exactly.
One week y'all saying he don't got no receivers. That's why he playing like that. Then when the receiver, see what he could do with receivers. Like
exactly.
yo, what are y'all going to make up?
Hold on. When did he get a receiver?
He got one today. He got one today. 150. He got one today.
Email, who you like next week between Chicago and Carolina?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Chicago and Carolina. Who you like?
Chicago and Carolina. I like Chicago. Nick Foles probably going to do his thing.
I agree.
I like 100%. Chicago, but
he's
nice
Tim yanking bull. Tim Sandman and Bulls. Nice.
All right, so we but no, I agree 100%. The Bull had receivers today, and the receivers balled out.
Y'all dudes have to stop. Y'all dudes have to watch the game objectively. Y'all watching the game so much that he don't watch that it's not even funny.
Objectively, we do. I've been watching objectively all week, all season.
I'm talking about Tim and Emo. Just they watch.
Oh,
the
okay,
game
my fault. I'm about to say.
And they want to nitpick everything that Wentz do. He threw a bad.
No, I'm serious. I was rooting for the Bull.
No, you wasn't. Hey, hey, Kim, what's going on?
What's up, Kim?
Good afternoon. The theme for today is close but no cigar.
Who blew the game? Who blew the game? What went
wrong? Of course, the interception did not help the overall flow of things, but the high tower not going out of bounds before the end of halftime
and the drop bomb in the back of the end zone.
Yes, but the end zone thing wouldn't even have to happen if Hightower would have went out of bounds. We needed that clock stoppage because even then we could have, if nothing else, kicked the field goal.
Right. Exactly.
If the end zone pass happened, we probably win that game because we only need a field goal. We got a touchdown.
Yep.
I see it. I take the touchdown over the 3 points any day, bro. Catch the ball. You got a job. Catch the ball. That's all I'm saying. Like, and Kim, that whatever you got, the Nathan Gerry name on it. I want you to come on here live next week with a match or something, a lighter, and burn this thing completely.
Hey, she got some paraphernalia with Nathan Gerry's name on it.
Yes. Why?
And I
does she? Oh yeah.
And I tell y'all,
the Eagles host an event for women every year, and he was there.
Because he ain't good for nothing else.
Huh?
Because he ain't good for nothing else but publicity.
You know he got a nickname for y'all now.
Look, I had to tell people who he was. People was like, who is that? I was like, that's Nathan Gerry.
A starter.
See, Kim sent me, she got a picture. She got a picture with Nathan Gerry too. Now I want you to do something. I'm gonna blow this picture up. And no disrespect to you, but I'm gonna blow it up and I'm gonna burn it. Because that's what I think of this dude. This dude is he might be a nice guy and all that, whatever. He trash. He should not be starting.
Yeah, he blew the coverage on that bunch thing they did in the corner.
Yeah,
when they scored the touchdown.
Yep.
He get off a block to save his life.
I forgot about that part. It wasn't even about him getting off the block. And I think Ethan actually made the point in our thing when he checks. He spun the wrong way. If he would have cut the outside off,
he didn't even know which way to go.
Yeah. If he would have cut the outside off, McLeod might have been able to come inside and make that tackle.
Kim, who you like between Green Bay and Tampa next week?
Hold up, Tim. Hold up. Go ahead, Ethan. Ask her a question.
Do you think Zach Ertz wants to play anymore?
No, because he knows he's not Carson's favorite anymore. But I text my cousin in Atlanta and I proposed a trade. And I'm also going to begin trolling on Atlanta Falcons Instagram page. I've already started it with Free Julio.
I wish we could.
I said we can give them a first round pick, Deshaun and Alshon. Because Atlanta just
trash.
That whole team. Huh?
Yeah, they ain't taking that trash.
They're blowing everything. Just blow everything up anyway. So just take.
Yeah, but that's big money. But they're not taking big money garbage.
They ain't got nothing to lose.
Kim, one more question. Who holds the blunt of the blame for this loss?
Jim Swartz for letting that last touchdown.
Yeah, I give it to Swartz.
Because that was.
I'm good with that.
It should have been it should have been a nickel. You cut her off quick, but it should have been a nickel.
Tip on that joint like.
That wasn't me.
Oh, that's Ethan.
Oh, that was Ethan. Oh, okay, Ethan.
But you ain't want to give me an E from. You ain't want to give me an E from the.
Exactly.
What's up, Joy?
What's up, Joy?
Wait. What finger was that? It's like, no,
that was my audio. My audio was just be quiet because actually it's just this is the first week I'm ever feeling like really depressed.
First off, Joy, let me address something. Sucker, stop muting me. Whoever just muted me, stop that. Ethan.
That's Ethan.
Right, I'm sorry, Joy, go ahead.
My thing was over your name.
I'm cracking up. But no, this the first week I'm ever depressed. I'm like actually depressed, y'all. I'm depressed.
Why you feel that way?
Don't worry about it.
Lost, though.
No, the reason why I'm depressed, this is the only reason why I'm really depressed. Because this win was so like
you saw it.
It was there.
It was here. It was here in my hand.
I agree with you. That's how I felt about the Washington game too. Yep.
Well, you know what? The Washington game was stupid. I ain't gonna lie. The Washington game was stupid.
It was dumb.
It was dumb. And it was the first game of the season and blah, blah, blah. So I really didn't feel the same way as depressed as I do with this one. Because everybody, I ain't gonna lie, it was so, everybody counted us out. Everybody didn't even put us in.
I did.
No, but that's what I'm saying. And you know what? I didn't even. I was like, you know what? We could win this game because, you know, if we put everything in order. But I have to say, and this is where like tears come in. That's stupid. If we kicked that field goal and got that field goal and was up, because that would have been our first lead of the game.
Yep.
Think about it. That would have been our first lead of the game. That have switched momentum, and all we had was like what 3-something minutes left.
I still think we lose.
Defense was actually doing pretty good. Like it was like, you know, stupid. Like we had, but it was like, oh my god! And then the refs at the same time. I don't know. That was like, I'm really sad, y'all.
Yeah.
Can y'all make me feel better?
Yeah, who you want?
I wish I could.
Green Bay.
Actually, I might keep listening. I might bring some sun. You might be cheered up by the end of this broadcast.
Between Green Bay
and the sun to come out tomorrow.
It might.
Joy, who you like next week between Green Bay and Tampa next week?
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I love. Don't even ask. I love Aaron Rodgers.
All right, so you going?
That's my girl. That's my.
I love Aaron Rodgers.
All right, thanks, Joy. Appreciate you.
Hey, Joy. On a positive note, though, if you're still listening, I mean, one thing that made me feel more better is I think we might have a young stud receiver. We might have a young monster, man. This bull was getting open and was catching stuff like that. It's one thing to get open. Hightower actually got open on that bomb we was talking about, whether that was a little slightly overthrown, but the bull was getting open and was catching stuff. Like
even when he wasn't open, he actually was making the plays we said our receivers.
He was getting the key word is separation. You give Wentz something to throw the ball, and Wentz was hitting him in stride too.
But it wasn't even separation on all of them. It was a couple of them plays he caught it in traffic, and Wentz to his credit put it there for that boy to grab it, and he went up and he grabbed it.
Well, the boy name is Travis Fulgham. He had 10 catches for 152 yards. He was done. I ain't trying to hate on him, but it was the nickel corner that was sticking him the whole time. But he did.
No, but they ended up. I think they switched up at one point.
If they did, it was real late in the game. It wasn't when he was making all his catches, and you know that. But he did his thing, and I'm not gonna hate on the bull.
Listen, don't nobody say that when somebody be attacking when they was attacking. Who was the bull? The whack cornerback that was supposed to be the top pick that we had last year.
No, I'm just giving you the facts.
The bull Ethan used to like.
I'm just giving you the facts.
I like Rasul.
Not Rasul. I'm talking about the boy that was supposed to be like a top draft pick.
Sidney Jones?
Yeah. When they would abuse Sidney Jones, wasn't nobody saying, oh, but it was Sidney Jones. No, they was like, the boy dropped such and such yards against us.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
I mean, I'm not lauding the bull as the second coming or he the truth. All I'm saying is I'm hyped at what I see. Last week, the Bull caught a bomb. I think that was against their one of their number one corners.
Yeah, he did good.
He down sideline, and Bull was draped on him. It wasn't like it was a walk-in, touchdown. He caught a great pass from the sideline. This week, he was catching everything. I was impressed. Wentz looked like this the sharpest he looked all year. So it's some positives to take from it.
Yeah.
Defense, man. One thing that's been consistently bad, outside of people like Tim blaming my man Carson, has been the defense. The defense gave up points every game so far, though.
But the boy Jalen Hurts looked good too on offense. That was a nice.
Oh man,
first
one
play where they thought he was going to run.
But like I will say the Bull
play was nice.
I say this. He looked like he built for the game.
First of all, the play was nice and the call was nice because Doug has been using him as running and all that time, and this time he said catch it and pass it. So I will give that, but I'm not going to sit up there. Jalen Hurts was balling. Like, it wasn't all like that. So don't even do that, Tim. Listen, you can say what you want about Carson Wentz. This was Carson Wentz's best game by far. He was for the most part, he was accurate on most of his plays, and he put it up there and he gave the young boy a chance to make plays, and the young boy did. So that's what I'm saying. I can't take nothing from Carson this game.
I can't believe y'all got more.
The interception.
Y'all got moral victories. Y'all doing moral victories. That's what you're doing because did he win?
What else we gonna do?
Win.
What else we gonna do?
Lost the game.
Guess what? He might have lost the game, but Dak throwing pick sixes, so we might still be first in the division, and we're getting better.
Listen, today Carson Wentz had 2 interceptions and one fumble. So he's been the most inconsistent quarterback so far this year. 2 interceptions, 1 fumble every game.
And what's Cowboys' record so far? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Y'all keep throwing on Cowboys.
My thing is that's the positive I'm taking from it. The game was in the grass. I will say, Wayne, we talked about this on Thursday. The Bull Big Ben was looking sharp, man. I told you, man. The Bull
Big Ben was doing. First of all, most of his Jones were like check down low. The same ones that y'all be talking about. They high percentage passes when you throw.
I wish Carson did that though. Carson didn't do. He could have. As a lot of opportunities that Carson didn't check down, which he should have.
Carson did do that, but Big Ben. Big Ben Roethlisberger, he was throwing to the ball. Had how many catches the wide receiver? He had 4 touchdowns. How many catches? He had like 10.
The ball was beast, but you act like the Jones. Now I will give him that. He was putting it on. You act like the ball was open. The ball was like there's a couple of plays. Slade was right there. The George.
That's what I'm saying.
Just was gripping it.
That's what I'm saying. But Big Ben was putting it on a dime. Like he was.
He was.
I'm not putting Big Ben in my top 10 all time, even though I do think he may be.
But a lot of people do be gassing him up like that. That was my whole argument.
I think he may be in my top 20. I got to go through my list. But
he should be in nobody's top 20.
The Cowboys is down 14-3, Tim.
He's a taker of draws. Do not put him in. Do not put him in no top nothing.
I'm not talking about things. I'm not bringing him off the field.
Okay, my fault. My bad.
Is his play. He a baller. But
what about that play that Doug did, the challenge? I thought that challenge was really good at that point in the game. That challenge when the ball, everybody kept saying it was a reception, and he actually got the same foot down twice. That was
everybody ain't saying it was that one whack. And I don't know who that announcer was.
Jonathan Vilma is the worst.
Dude was trash.
He was a good player, but announcing he's suspect.
He was trash.
I don't think he did no research on the Eagles whatsoever. I think he just came in with like, all right,
half the plays he made he said something on was just dead wrong. Like what did you talk about, bro?
Yeah, I agree. He wasn't good.
That's why this is exactly why when people be talking about they the pros, you think you know more than the pros? Yes.
Yeah.
Then 80% of them, yeah, I do.
He struggled today.
Even on the pick that Carson Wentz threw to Zach Ertz, they never went and addressed how Zach Ertz got bumped off his route.
That was a close play to being what they call it, illegal contact, John.
But look, if you was watching Zach Ertz run his routes, he was not running good hard routes. Even the one where that timing route, Wayne, we talked about where Ertz came out his break and tripped, and then the ball was there. Yeah. Ertz didn't see it. Like what? He was targeted 6 times for 1 catch. He does not want to play right now.
Yeah, I don't know
what's going on.
It could be something.
He doesn't want to play.
That kind of leads to why I was saying last week. I think it was last week, and I kept saying Throw to the young boys. I'm like, I'm tired of seeing them go to. I'm tired of seeing them go to Wentz. Go to the young guys and see what they can do.
Well, I mean, I agree. I see, but I think Wentz has been trying to give them dudes some shine. I mean, of course, you going when you got somebody there you comfortable with. I think we all from a sports mindset understand you gonna go to the dude that you know been producing for you for a long time. So I'm not too mad at that, but I do see what you're saying, Wayne. And I mean, and to his credit, he let it rip to them boys consistently, and they stepped up. At least Travis did. I mean,
Ward had a solid game too. He had a touchdown. He caught everything that was thrown to him. I think. I know at one point he was 4 for 4. I think he ended up 5 for 5. So.
Before we jump on the defensive side of the ball, stop being greedy. I do want to say that evil laugh, but I do want to say one thing. Carson Wentz, he played. I'm gonna give him his props. I think he played a good game, but I think he's starting off too slow. And like the little things he did, like the first possession, 3rd and long. And taking a sack right there, it's like just throw the ball away. Live to play another day. He always want to make that play, and sometimes you don't have to make that play.
But then sometimes he has made that play. It was a couple times in the game today where they was coming in on him, and he broke free, and he rolled out, and he made a play. So that's what Carson does.
And he made the offensive line look good, and they didn't get a sack.
See, and I agree with
how good the defensive line looked.
Pittsburgh got 1 sack.
Because Wentz running out of sacks. That's why they look good.
Yeah, I agree. See, I mean, I can't. Wayne said it before. You can't fault them on something that you praise them for. It's just you can't be like, oh, the bull, he Houdini was getting out of sacks, and then when he get the sack, you're like, oh man, you gotta get rid of that John. Like I can't do that. I understand sometimes down in distance and situation. I do. I'm not oblivious to that. However, I will say this: on 3rd down. I don't care what you do, unless you knock yourself out of field goal range. If you at like your own 45, and it's 3rd and 10, you take a sack and it's 3rd and 15. I don't care. What do I care? You gonna punt the ball in? If it was 3rd and 15, 3rd and 10, you get a sack, and now it's 4th and 15. What do I care? You're gonna punt the ball anyway. So I would rather you try to escape and make the play to me. But it is certain plays when distances and when you in your field goal range where you don't take sacks. I mean, I understand what you're saying with that, Tim, but I don't think he really did that this game. I think it was one play he took a sack, but I think that was on 3rd down, and you wasn't even in field goal range anyway. So.
Yeah, I do need to see. I probably need to break down that play, that first interception. 5
times, by the way.
Maybe we got Reg break that down for us.
That first interception, I need to see what's up with that because a part of me feels like. Okay, he still threw it right into the teeth of the defense where it really wasn't a play there to be made.
Exactly.
But a part of it is, like Ethan said, Ertz got bumped off on that play. So this might have been a situation where Carson was timed that this is where he's supposed to be. I'm trusting him to be there. I'm gonna put it there. No, I don't necessarily agree with that pass at that point in time in the game because that was a killer. It's just been too many plays this season where it's been killer interceptions. But that being said, I'm kind of numb with this game.
But that
wasn't one of the killer interceptions.
Yeah, that wasn't because
that was a killer interception.
No. I mean, killer as regards to change the momentum because that was way before we got back in the game. We ended up getting back in the game.
That was the 3rd quarter.
No. That's what I'm saying. But in the 4th quarter, it was 29-31.
No, you know why it was critical? Because that's the game. That's the interception they threw, and they scored on it and put them up 3 scores. That's why that was critical.
Yeah, but we still got back in the game.
We got back in the game, but we ain't never get over the. Y'all not going to sit there and tell me giving up an interception that leads to a touchdown to put us down 3 scores is not a critical point in the game.
Exactly.
My thing is, you could throw an interception in 1st, 2nd, 3rd quarter to me. And still get in the game where it wasn't a complete backbreaker. It's some interceptions to me, like you said, the Washington game I think was more of a backbreaker because it swung the momentum so hard. I agree with that.
But guess what? Someone in this discussion, as soon as that interception was thrown, we lost. We done. So I ain't gonna say no names, but don't sit here and tell me that wasn't no backbreaker when you talk about the game was over when it happened.
All right, listen, before we jump to
the theme of Ethan's life when watching Eagles game is the song Roller Coaster. Because that's all he on a constant roll. This is why you watch your games. You gotta take that consideration. Don't hold that.
We're gonna jump to the defensive side of the ball, but before we do, what letter grade would you get Carson?
A++.
I give him a C.
B.
I give him an A.
I give him a C plus.
I give him an A plus.
I saw a lot of good things, but he put us in a hole. Turnovers, fumbles.
He put us in a hole.
So
You know what, though? I
we
can't
had
say
no help from the running game at all.
Yeah, I was
got a
about to say
touchdown
that.
from the running game.
He got a touchdown from the running
We
game.
went
but
down
for real,
7-0, and
they
so
was not
after
respecting that
we
running
went
game.
3-and-out. Listen, we went down 7-0 after we went 3-and-out because he decided, and then he took a bad sack. Offense came back and got him a touchdown, tied the ball 7-up. So it's like a refresh. Like, okay, refresh.
And after that, no, it's not. No, it's not, because Miles Sanders had 10 carries for 6 yards after that.
But then everybody else helped him out too. His receivers, he got help from everybody
Who
else.
on the running game helped him out?
Only thing I'll say about that, I actually kind of agree with you on the running game part, but the only thing I'll say about that is Pittsburgh has a great run defense. Pittsburgh has been shutting everybody down on the run.
Pittsburgh scores 54 yards on him.
What you say?
The Pittsburgh got a great defense, period. So I mean,
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I'll tell you, I give Carson an A. The interception, I still don't know if that was necessary on him.
I think it's C+.
Or if it was just a matter of like some of those other plays, like I said, when I thought Carson threw a bad pick, and I'm like, to me, that was a dumb pass, this, that, and other. That was a critical play, but I don't know if I put it all the way on Carson because I don't know what was the plan on that.
What y'all get at receivers?
I give the one receiver. I give 2 receivers A plus. The rest of them.
C.
I'll give the receivers.
You still
go ahead.
You still got to include Zach Ertz and Hightower in that.
No, he had tight end.
It's still receivers.
He's still receiving tight end. So, I mean,
all right.
As a whole, I give him a C, but I want to heap praise on the ball.
I gotta go B. I'm
gonna go B. I'm gonna go B too. They made Carson look good.
Let me tell you why.
Even with Hightower not catching that touchdown, they made Carson look good.
That's why I'm giving him a C. I'm giving him a C for that drop bomb. I'm giving a C because they cost us outright 3 points, not getting out of bounds or getting the first. Because if we'd have got the first, even if we got the first, like I was talking about earlier, we wouldn't have to waste another play running to get the first.
You're making good points. B minus.
So I'm going with a C plus, but the boy Travis, he get an A plus. He was balling.
He does. Like he might get on his own individual credit in that one. All right, let's talk defense. I'm right now. The blame still lies with Jim Swartz. Everybody else is, I don't care. Gerry and Swartz, they get Fs from me.
We still don't have the talent at linebacker. We don't have the talent.
But
I think we might have better. We may have enough talent to get us by if they just don't play Gerry.
That's the and I agree with that with Tim. Is it a dude on the bench who's better than Gerry? We already saw it was one. It was already one dude back up Gerry that was better than him. So how many times do you want to keep this ball?
There's probably somebody on free agency right now that's better than Gerry.
That's what I'm saying.
Somebody sitting on their couch.
Yeah. You know what? Let me go give him a call.
You can go. Listen. In all honesty,
even fat, out of shape Wayne might do better than Gerry.
In all honesty, we just talked about Bradham being on the Broncos practice squad. We can go get Bradham. You can't tell me Bradham is not better than Gerry. You cannot tell me that. I'm not trying to hear it. So
I'm mad because Bradham said something dirty about he took a shot at the Eagles when he left. So I think the Eagles were mad about that.
Still, but
you gotta get over it though.
You gotta get over that.
Business is business. Business is business.
Yeah, come on, stop.
But how many years are we gonna sit here and let Jim Swartz destroy us on deep? I mean, this is consistent, man. It ain't like it just happened. It's consistently. He's consistent with it. I wanted him going since the Super Bowl when he gave up 500 yards and he never changed anything, but we happened to win.
It's 2 players.
Consistently bad defensive coordinator.
It's 2 players on that defense that to me killed everything. Gerry and that dude number 22, whoever he is, that's even like on one of them plays.
Look it up.
Who?
I'm telling Ethan to look it up. Go ahead.
Oh, he missed that tackle that ended up that they bust out into a touchdown. Mm-hmm. And then there was another play, like even on a couple plays,
LeBlanc,
like it was
LeBlanc missed the tackle and they got a touchdown. You remember that 3rd and 5?
Yeah, LeBlanc did. I ain't talking about LeBlanc. I'm talking about the dude number 22.
Doing the game.
But see, I've seen LeBlanc make some plays though. Didn't LeBlanc get the fumble? Didn't he force a fumble? Didn't he get something?
Golden Tips forced it.
Yeah.
Yo, we was hyping up Singleton all game. Then all of a sudden he starts sticking it up.
Oh, Singleton actually had a decent game.
No, he didn't. He struggled. Singleton struggled.
No, it was that one play, Tim.
Yeah, it was like 3 plays. I'm like, then one play.
Number
I will say
22
one thing.
stunk. Singleton actually was still all right.
Singleton, I will. Who was the Was it the running back or receiver? I think it was a receiver that got the touchdown, and Singleton tried to tackle him.
That was number 22. It was Epps. It wasn't Singleton. That's what I'm telling you.
Tim, that was like a wide receiver's end around or something. That was.
Oh, you talking about on the run? Oh, you talking about on the run?
That wasn't Singleton, man. No, he just ran down and made the play. I don't even know if that was.
He didn't even make the play. He just rolled.
Are you talking about the touchdown? What that wasn't Singleton. That was Epps. That was 22.
Epps was the final dude. No, he was probably the one sticking him. But Singleton.
No, the initial play, the person that was. If you're talking about the touchdown play that I think you're talking about when it was Jalen Mills and Jalen Mills turned around, he forced the guy back to the middle, and the guy ran into the middle, and it was Epps, number 22. That's why I said Epps. He went and he missed an open field tackle.
All right, Reg, we need y'all to break. We need that another.
I'm telling you, I know exactly. That's why I'm ripping the ball for that particular play.
All right, I gotta go back to it, but I swore I saw Singleton roll. Like he tried to catch him because he was just one of 3 defenders who was trying to stop him and couldn't.
You thought the one where he tackled him at the 2, like at the 1-2 yard.
No, I think Bull ran for a touchdown.
He's talking about the touchdown. The one that I'm talking about, it was Epps, number 22, when he tried to make that tackle and he missed.
Yeah, I don't even remember Singleton being in that play. No. Actually, truth be told, that pass was to Gary's side. I remember seeing Gary jump like he always do and swipe at the ball like he really had an opportunity to hit it, and it went over his head, and the corner caught it, and 22 missed the tackle like Wayne said.
Listen, if you just break it down and look at how many plays Gary either out of position or just straight late, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like you'll see a play being made, and it's like it was like a quick slant on one of them plays, and it was like Gary. They just threw it right past him, like bro, it's like you were a second late to everything.
I'm telling you now, I can guarantee you, Pittsburgh held that last touchdown play in their back pocket the whole game, and they knew they was going to attack Gary. They saw the film, they knew he was suspect. When they put the rookie wide receiver on it, all he did was double moving. I mean, you knew Gary wasn't going to be able to stick you. That was another thing that was Swartz's fault for real, because he shouldn't have been in that game.
Gary was a 5th round pick, and they act like he's a first.
It was barbecue chicken. It was an easy play. Easy.
Safety got to have better awareness too to go over there and help.
I agree with that too. Because he ain't that good. You ain't gonna leave him out there suspect like that.
But that's what I'm saying. That was the Bull. But the Bull F's is like, is this his first year or something, or this is second year, right?
I don't know if there was F's out there.
Come on, man. You should be Johnny on the spot with the.
I know he can. I know he had to come over there to take Jalen Mills' spot because that's where Mills was. But then when y'all boy Maddox, the little dude, got hurt again and went out, they had to slide Jalen over there.
And Maddox is playing weird one because Jalen would have been in his right spot. Jalen Mills, who been playing.
I'm not even going to argue that point.
What about that? I want to go.
Best ability is availability.
I agree. I want to go back to that 4th and 5 though. If I'm Doug, I'm not kicking that field. I'm not kicking that field.
I don't think I am either. Honestly.
Like Wayne was saying, the percentage you making first of all, you know this dude ain't that.
That was waffle. Before y'all was saying he should have kicked it, he should have went for the tie. Now that was way longer.
Who said that?
I never said you should kick that long jump.
Honestly, to me, the whole way that they handled that whole situation should have been different. You should have had it set in your mind from where you were that it was 4 down territory. So then it should have been some more cases. And I think they got a little nervous because Wentz held the ball and he like got hit up a couple times, but he got like 3 or 4 yards out of that. At that point of the game, you fake that handoff to Sanders, and you let him run for those 3 yards to get the first down or something. I
agree, because it was 3rd and 5. At worst case scenario, you put your kicker just a little bit closer. Because sometimes you got to think about it too. A kicker know what distance he kicking. If you a 57 versus like a 55 or 54, 53, it's different mentally in your mind.
Y'all can't say that now because now y'all how many yards did they rush for?
What'd you say, Ethan?
That was McLeod.
How many yards did they
on what play you talking about?
What'd you say, Tim? How many yards you run for?
How many yards did Sanders run for after he got the 74 yards?
I said you said it was 11.
I told you.
But y'all count on him to get 3 or 4 yards.
Did you not hear what I just said? Did you not hear what I just said?
We said
you fake the handoff and the quarterback runs it. Or how about this for a change for Doug and the offense? How about every once in a while run a counter? Like I was looking at some of the running plays. As soon as he started running out there, the whole Pittsburgh defense was out there, and the whole backside is open. Every once in a while, switch it up.
I'm not trying to put my quarterback against that defense, just running sneaks and everything. That's dangerous.
Why not? He got a first down on it when we need it on
okay, so you want to keep putting him out there like that?
He getting paid that money. That's a big play. You know
how soft and brittle he is? That's brittle Wentz.
Hold on. That's
if it was Jalen Hurts, you'd have been like, let Jalen carry the ball.
Oh yeah, because he's that's a different breed.
He ain't even been on the field.
That's a thoroughbred.
See, my thing is though, Tim. My thing is, I'm not. First of all, how many times did Wentz run the ball? He carried maybe 3 times. Like I don't think we ask you to run one more play is going to be so detrimental to your career. And like Wayne said, I'm not seeing no misdirection and stuff. Like this is where it irritates me. I watch the Chiefs, I watch all these other teams, and they sending players all over the place. Even Pittsburgh did to us a couple times where they make the goals go this way and they feel somebody. It's like, yo, where is this with us? Like, come on, in a play like that, even to get a couple yards, even if you didn't get the first, even if you made a 4th and 1. So now you can legit say, okay, do I want to kick this as a little bit closer, or do I want to just go for the 1 the sneak or 4th and 2 or something? So I don't know. I thought that play call, I ain't like that.
Oh, wait, you know what? It was another call that irked my soul. I'm trying to think if it was the first play. It might have been the first play of the second half. Or it might have been like the second play. But Doug ran a play action.
Yes.
With Clement.
Yes.
Ain't nobody expecting Clement to carry the ball. Like they tried to run that, and Pittsburgh blew that up. If you're going to run a play, why are you running play action with this dude? That was the dumbest thing ever, man. Like Doug made some real dumb calls, and I'm not putting the game on Doug, but he made some dumb calls.
Doug played. He called a good game.
He called a lot of dumb calls.
It wasn't He wasn't perfect, which you can't expect the coach to be perfect. But
they say the same thing about Wentz. Then
exactly. That's all I'm trying.
I said Wentz played the solid. His game, he was solid. I mean, a lot of mistakes.
Did you say a lot of mistakes for Doug? No, you just said
it wasn't a lot of mistakes for Doug. He had a pretty good, decent game.
He just called out several mistakes to me.
Tell me this: if your quarterback throws 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a fumble, you saying that's a great game?
Tim, I'm not.
Everything you got to keep everything in perspective, though.
Come on, y'all always.
No, did you watch the game?
The second interception was just him trying to make something happen because the game was.
Game was over.
Really? So when I made that excuse, when I did that same excuse for Dak last week,
no, it wasn't. No, they could have won.
Okay.
All right. So hold up. So we figured out several plays that Doug Peterson did wrong, and you sitting here trying to cover for him. Like, it is what it is. If he calls some bonehead plays, he calls some bonehead plays. Wayne is absolutely right. That play he called, matter of fact, I think that play was the very first drive after went through the pick, because he ended up picking up the first down. We ended up scoring on that drive.
The offensive coordinator called that play.
You sure it was after the pick, or I felt like it was like in there. I know you're right though. It was something crucial, and it was like when we came back out, and I'm like, why is he running a play action with this?
And if I'm not mistaken, he ended up throwing downfield for a long 3rd down completion to Travis.
That was an audible.
Right after that, but my thing is,
so you saying Wentz ran an audible to end the work?
No, that was a call play by the offensive coordinator.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, it was some bonehead plays. Like I said, that whole that last drive we had with the chance to kick the field goal and go ahead, that 3rd and 5 was a crucial play call, and I think he botched that play call, man. Like I like who they went to. I do like the fact that they tried to throw to Travis. He was the hot man, but at the same time, at a certain point, you do have to just play some misdirection football just to get a few yards. It ain't about necessarily even getting the first, but just putting yourself in position now to make a more manageable 4th down conversion. I think that's why he kicked it, because I think he felt the 4th and 5 was a little long. So this is why I say about the run, Ethan. I get what you're saying about the run and how it wasn't effective. But look, case in point, look when Pittsburgh went up, right? And they knew the Eagles wasn't going to run. They killed Wentz like that. Like that Pittsburgh defensive line, you still got to give them the look of, we might run, especially since our ball burnt you for 70-something yards. We might run, so you still got to keep an eye on it.
They said we might run 10 times, and he got 6 yards.
All right, so what y'all giving the linebackers? That's
a 0.
Man, they get an F.
What we grading on? Zeros or alphabet?
F.
Alphabet, I'm giving them a Z. Numbers, I'm giving them 0.
Right. What about the defensive line?
Wait. What you say, Ephraim?
Can I give my vote? I'm giving the linebackers a C, mainly because Tips got the fumble, which actually helped get us back in the game. And the ball, I'm going to kill the ball, Constantine. What's his name?
He said Constantine. You went to take the Sean Constantine.
49. What's his name?
Singleton.
Yeah. No, Singleton. Yeah, he's a linebacker. You're right. Linebackers actually wasn't as bad.
The only one who played Gary, they would probably, if Gary wasn't in the game, they probably would have been at a B. Gary brings them collectively down to like a D because he was.
That boy is trash. I don't believe that he's an NFL player, bro. Like for real.
He's not good.
That's our TJ McConnell. All right, so
he ain't even half as good as TJ McConnell.
He did.
All right, what y'all got for the line, defensive line?
A D.
The defensive line?
They got one sack. They got one sack. What do
you play? They had a lot of pressure. I would give them like a.
So Michael Moore getting a lot of pressure. He was
Ben was getting rid of that ball. Ben was getting rid.
He was stepping around pressure, completing passes.
No, most of Ben passes was the completion was like quick Jones, like quick hit Jones. It wasn't him just sitting back here with all the time. They was racking him up.
Time to make a play, they didn't make it.
I'm giving the defensive line a B.
I'll give him a B too.
Can't hear you.
Oh, I'll give him a B. The defensive line is a B for me.
Dallas just got the.
I'm tired of Cox going out and he the most injured star I know. Like he like Jason Peters on the other side of the ball. Every play he got to go out for some type of injury.
You know, hear me?
Yeah,
he was just tired on that play. I think though that one play because that was the play
he ran all the way down the field to try to tackle the running back.
He was tired on that play. He was tired. That's all that was. He came back in right. I think 2 plays later or something.
He did.
He didn't miss that much this game, though. I mean, you got to remember, they sub him out. They sub out defensive line in and out a lot. So I don't know if he necessarily always saying he hurt.
What about corners?
The line was balling. What game was y'all watching?
Corners played decent. I mean, the young bull.
You make it like the D-line was like trash.
They was.
I thought the D-line played all right. Like, I do agree with Wayne. He was getting the ball. Because you think about it, I mean, how many times did Ben really go downfield like on a bomb? Most of his plays was kind of like across the middle slants and quick plays and all that kind of stuff like that. They had the one kind of wide receiver end around when he ran real far for the touchdown.
Right.
I mean, to me, if they wasn't getting pressure, he'd be able to kind of sit back and go downfield. He didn't go downfield that much. I think they tried maybe 2 times downfield, but for the most part of the game, he was getting in there. Just because you don't get sacks don't mean you wasn't getting pressure. Huh?
136 rushing yards.
Oh, yeah, we're going to wrap this up. But before we do it, I do want to talk briefly. Y'all think that the Lakers going to close it out tonight?
They better.
It's done tonight. It's over.
Ethan about to mush them too.
I'm telling you right now, if they go to 7,
it's a problem.
Lakers going to sweep. The Lakers will win in 5 games.
I said 6. So from the beginning, I thought 6 was the good number for me.
That person know who I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about Ethan. But I say this: if Miami win tonight, it's going to be like the 3-1 Golden State lead when Golden State. I said if Golden State lost, matter of fact, I said if Golden State lost game 5, they was in trouble because game 6 went back to Cleveland, which Cleveland won. Then 7, I said once they go to 7, Golden State going to lose. I already knew that already.
The shame of that series is Brian been balling.
He has been.
If they lose, everybody gonna sit up there. All the Brian haters gonna try to put on Brian. You can't be mad at him for passing that to Danny Green. That's what Danny Green there for, 3 and D, and he was wide open.
In actuality, Miami actually has a better team. Lakers just got Brian and AD.
They starting to book Caruso today.
As a team, you know what? As a team, I think you got to look into that.
As a team, they better.
As a team, you got to look into that. I think Ethan may have some points there. But I say this: all right.
Danny Green and Caruso and Kuzma, you rolling with them?
Kuzma's a disappointment. Caruso been trash.
So who you hyping on Miami then?
The boy Hero been balling. You can't take that from him.
Jimmy and Hero. So who else?
Jimmy Hero, Bam been balling. Matter of fact, Bam was their leading scorer the whole. Who did just beat the Boston series? Bam was their leading scorer the whole Boston series.
Yeah, because Boston ain't got no center.
I'm just saying he was balling though. He stepped up. He been balling this one a little bit. He had the last game he was off on some layups.
Well, guess what? Rondo was balling last series too. So now where are we going with that?
Who else you got? You got.
I need Dwight Howard to have a good game today. I need him to do something
None
different.
been balling.
Oh, I like None. None actually got game. None got some game though. None got some game. Quiet as kept. But yeah.
The difference in that series has been Jimmy is balling like nobody's seen Jimmy ball. Jimmy dropping 40 points a game. That ain't something you used to see. That's why Jimmy looked like he was about to die at the end of that game.
Yeah.
I'll say this about LeBron. He doesn't get the superstar calls that you think the superstars would get. Like
I agree with that.
Like Jimmy shot 12 free throws, LeBron shot 6. It's like
I actually got to agree with you on that. Because there was a couple of them plays down. There's a couple of them plays down the stretch where it was like dang, like that ain't an and one. Like, but you gonna get it joint to Jimmy when the defender jumped straight up in the air. And I ain't mad at that. But then on the other end, just because Brian strong enough to put it up there, don't not give him the call.
I think the league is tired of Brian now. I think they want him to go away. 17 years is a long time. They be like, it's time. They like the superstars for a certain period of time.
I don't think it's like that. Honestly, Brian, truth be told, is still a cash cow. I mean, Brian is like, you know what Brian is like? Brian like the NBA Mayweather. You got people watching just to see him fail. Like that. Like I'm telling you, people watching just to hate on him. Just to hate on him.
I need him to finish and win this because I just want the debate to still be debatable between him and Mike for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
If he don't win this series.
If he loses, I'm not even gonna mention it no more. Like
if he loses, it ain't even a debate.
I agree. So I want to. Yeah.
AD has to. What is he gets a career-ending injury every game.
He's another Fletcher Cox.
Dude, AD.
Yeah.
That's a from ball.
No, I like AD, but he either right every time you turn around. You would think I thought he tore his Achilles the way he was grabbing at his heel. I'm like, bro, your heel just hit the ball knee. Calm down. He all I'm like, oh, here we go with this nonsense.
Unibrow connected to like.
I told y'all about Denny Green real quick before we get. I told y'all about the ball green. I said when you up, he hit all day. He's splashing. He wasn't a front runner balls. As soon as you need this bum to hit, he go cold. I'm telling y'all, that's what he do.
He got some. If you watch some of them San Antonio clips, he wasn't always like that.
Yeah,
no,
always like that.
Whoa. In San Antonio, he might have been the reason why Brian and them beat them the first joint because Pop kept going. He got hot like the first game or two, and then Pop kept going to him. I remember arguing. I was like, why are they not letting the young boy? I was like, the boy Kawhi looked like he playing all right. Like, why are they not letting him play? And they kept trying to feed Danny Green and Ginobili. And that's how Brian and them beat him.
To make a layup. You ever see him go in the lane? He looks so uncomfortable. You know how Covington used to look when he
I'm about to say. He like the Covington.
He looks. That's how Danny Green looks. Like what?
Maybe it's the Mohawks that they be getting. I don't know.
If they lose, Tim might be right. If they lose tonight, though,
it's a problem. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us again for another episode of the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. This was Eagles Post Game Live.
We talking that. If Lakers win tonight, we going on.
If the Lakers win tonight, we'll be back on live on YouTube.
We might have to. I might have to make an exception. I might have to get yelled at, but I might have to be on though.
Nope, I'm not getting yelled at.
Oh, y'all, but thanks for watching.
All right.